Have you ever wondered how can psychologists understand others so easily and so well? Ladies and gentlemen, psychologists are not magicians. We cannot read minds. In fact, there are many psychological experiments that help us to understand psychology of others as well as the psychology of small children. So today we will talk about one such experiment that is called strange situation experiment. The strange situation experiment was created by psychologist Mary Ainsworth. It is a famous study that helped us understand how young children form attachments with their caregivers, specifically with mothers. Attachment is all about forming emotional bonds. So this study guided us how babies form emotional bond in the early life, and definitely those learnings go with them in their forthcoming life. In this experiment, children were placed in different situations. They were sometimes with their mother, sometimes with a stranger, and sometimes they were left alone. The goal was to see how the children reacted when their caregiver left and how they reacted when the caregiver returned back. So there are 4 different kinds of attachments. Number 1 is secure attachment. When a toddler is playing in a room with their mother nearby, they were like confident. They were like exploring around. When their mother leaves, the child was like little upset. But when she returns back, the child quickly calms down. And the child was feeling safe again. So this is like the children trust the mother. He feels like comfortable very fast upon returning home his mother. Second type is insecure avoidant attachment. These children did not show much emotion when their caregiver left, and they avoided them when they return back. So it was like a child is playing quietly. He does not care when the caregiver mother leaves the room, and it was like the child was avoiding eye contact and was busy in playing even when the caregiver returns back. This means the child has learned not to rely on their caregiver for emotional support. In other words, the child is losing emotional bond with the mother. How pathetic is that? Third one is insecure ambivalent attachment. These children were like very upset when their caregiver, their mother, left, and they had a hard time calming down when they returned. This was something like a child clingy to their caregiver, not wanting to explore. When the caregiver leaves, the child becomes very distressed, and even when the caregiver returns, the child remains upset, sometimes pushing the caregiver away. This is like the child is unsure if their caregiver will consistently meet their emotional needs. Fourth is disorganized attachment. These children showed confusing behavior, often due to experiences of fear or stress. This means that a child might freeze or show strange, confused behavior when their caregiver leaves or returns. So they may run toward the caregiver. Sometimes they may stop, or they are like scared of them. This type of attachment is often linked with the experiences of trauma or fear within the caregiving relationships. This was an eye-opening experiment, ladies and gentlemen. It showed us the importance of early relationships with our children. It helped us understand that the way caregivers respond to their children can shape their emotional health for rest of their lives. I hope you enjoyed this video.